As you know, in the previous video, we looked at manual software updates, and we created manually software update group, and then we deployed it to a collection. So in this video, we are going to look at automatic deployment rules. So automated deployment rules, they will make our life a lot easier. So which means we do not have to create software update groups manually all the time and deploy these groups all the time to the certain collection. Okay, so what we are going to do today, we are going to look at how we can create automatic deployment rule, and then we will use this rule to deploy updates. So we will have a look at this in this video. Hello everyone, this is Jay Singh. Welcome to my channel TechNext Solutions. Okay, so I have logged on to TechNext-SEO1, and this is a standalone primary site, and in here we will create ADR and then we will deploy that ADR. So few things that you should remember before you create your ADR, and just make sure that you know that what is the end client. So in my case, the end client will be Windows 10 1903, and the reason why you should know that beforehand before you create your ADR, because you have to make sure that the updates, the products and classifications are configured for that product, for that client. So which is, in my case, it is Windows 10 1903. So to do that, in the workspaces in the console, so go to administration, and then in the sites, in the site configuration, in the navigation pane, extend that, and then in the sites node, you will see your site. In my case, it is a TechNext main site. Site code is TEK. So select that, and here we will click on, in the ribbon, configure site components, and click on software update point. Okay, so it will open a new window where we can configure products and classifications. So in products here, I have selected Windows 10 1903 and later. Okay, I'll scroll down. So Windows 10 1903 and later is selected. Apart from that, in the classifications, I have selected critical updates, definition updates, and security updates. Okay, so in the products, I have also selected Windows Defender, but for this ADR, the one that we are going to create in this video, I'm not going to use Windows Defender as an example. Okay, so I am just taking as an example Windows 10 version 1903 and later. Okay, so once you're happy with the products and classification, if you change anything, make sure you click apply and then click on OK. So I haven't changed anything, so I will just cancel this one. And once you are happy with the products and classification, and then you go to software library in the workspaces, click on that, and then in here we will go to software updates, extend that, and all software updates. Okay, so you might have to run your sync manually, or maybe you can wait for the automatic sync to occur if you have made any changes in the products or classifications. Okay, so in this case I haven't made any change, so I don't have to run the sync again, because I know that the updates that I want for the ADRs, they are available. So what I will do is to make sure that we have updates available for Windows 10 1903, so I will add criteria here so that we can filter updates, just to make sure that updates are available. So I will add criteria, and I will add products here, and then add it. So here I will change it, Windows 10 version 1903 and later, select that, and then I will click on search, so it will filter updates only for Windows 10 version 1903 and later. So you can see that there are many updates available here. Okay, so I can create an ADR for Windows 10 version 1903 and later. Okay, so to create ADRs, so in software updates navigation pane, in this one we have automatic deployment rules. So click on that node, and then here you can see that I created test ADR just to see that if it works or not in the test environment. So it worked, and so what we'll do is we will create ADR first, and then it will create a deployment package. You can see that there is a deployment package which actually linked with ADR, which I created, test ADR. Okay, so that deployment package, then it has updates. So it will create a software group, so which is here, test ADR software group. So this is what we are going to do. So first of all, we will create automatic deployment rule. So right click here and then create automatic deployment rule, and we will name it. So I will name it test ADR2. You can add a description if you like. I will add a description Windows that this ADR is for Windows 1903 and later. Okay, so here in the template section you can pick a template if you want, but I'm not going to pick any template. This is a Patch Tuesday template. You can do that, but I won't do that. So I will pick collection. So which collection you want to deploy this ADR to. So I have one collection which is TechNext computers, and it has 3 clients, and all these 3 clients are Windows 10 1903 version. So I will select this, click OK, and so here each time the rule runs and finds new updates, so it will add to an existing software update group. So we want to create a new software group. Okay, so we don't want to add to an existing one. We will create a new software group. Select this option and enable the deployment after this rule is run. Yep, that's fine. So click on next. So next one is deployment settings. So you can use wake on LAN if you want, and detail level, I think I will go with only success and error messages. And here we have 2 options. So I will go with the bottom one, which is automatically deploy all software updates found by this rule and approve any license agreements. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. So next one is software updates. So what software updates we want? So we want products, and also I will pick language, which is English, and superseded, and that's all. So language is English, click OK, and product is Windows 10 1903 and later. Here it is, Windows 10 version 1903 and later. So superseded items, no. And also I will add architecture as well, because I have only 64-bit clients. I don't want to add 32-bit updates. So architecture is 64-bit. Click OK, and once you do that, you can also preview what's available. So if you click on preview, so these are the updates which will be added to the rule. Okay, so in the preview window you can preview. So for example, if I change architecture, or if I change superseded to maybe yes, and you will see that in preview I wouldn't see anything. Okay, so it will show you what is available and what not. So I will click on no, click OK, and in the preview you can see that these updates are available. Alright, so I will click on close and then click on next. So that's the evaluation schedule. So run the rule after any software update point sync. So whenever the sync runs, so this rule will run as well. After that, sync will finish. So in the test lab, I'm running this sync every 1 hour, because I don't turn on these machines all the time. So I just want sync to occur whenever I just turn it on for 2 hours, 3 hours, or any time that I use it. So I'm happy with that. You can change that if you like. You can make another schedule if you want. So, but I will stick with that. Run the rule after any software update point sync, and then click on next. So deployment schedule, client local time, that's fine, as soon as possible. Deadline is as soon as possible as well for the test lab. However, it depends on your production environment if you want to pick a specific time. And let's click on next. So here, user experience. So user notifications, I will do display in Software Center and only show notifications for computer restart. So I will actually would like to see all notifications. And deadline behavior, software update installation, system restart if necessary. So here as well, suppress the system restart if you want. You can select server or workstation. You can configure that option. So I won't pick any option, so I will leave it as it is. And also here we have write filter handling for Windows embedded devices. So commit changes at deadline or during a maintenance window. So that is fine, I can go with that. And also software update deployment re-evaluation after restart. So if any update in this deployment requires a system restart, So the evaluation will occur after restart. That is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead. And next one is alerts. I'm not going to configure any alerts. So let's move on. So here we will create a new deployment package, and we will name it test ADR2 package, and you can add description as well if you like, and a package source. So this is where it is going to save all the downloaded content, downloaded updates. So I will browse to my network share, which is applications. I think I have used this one in the previous video as well. So in the updates folder, I will create a new folder. I will select that, and here sending priority, just for this video I will just make it high and click on next. So before I go ahead, and this is very critical, very important, permissions of this folder. So I will quickly show you the permissions I have configured for this folder. Okay, so this is the server technext-tco1 where I have applications share drive. So if I check the properties, and let's check the permissions. In permissions, I will click on customize, so you can see that in permissions you can see that I have added technext-sco1. so this is the system account, this is computer system account I have added, and I have given full control. Apart from that, in the share as well, so I have given the computer account full access to the share as well, apart from my SCCM account as well. However, in that case, it is going to use the computer account. In the ADR cases, it is going to use the computer account to download the updates and put the updates there. Okay, so let's go back to our ADR. So I've showed you the permissions what I have on applications shared drive, which is applications here. Inside applications we have updates, and updates Windows 10 updates 03. Okay, so let's click on next. So here we will provide information about distribution points, and I will add distribution point, which is technext-sco1. Click on next. So download location, so we are going to download software updates from the internet. So I'm sticking with this option, and then click next. So that's a language, it is English, and I'm pretty happy with that. Download settings, download software updates from the DP, and deployment options as well, download and install software updates from the DP. Okay, so if the software are not available on this distribution point in current neighbor site boundary, download content from Microsoft. I'm not going to check it because we want the clients to download updates from the distribution point. So click on next. You will see summary here on this page, and then we will move on to the next one where we will see the progress. Okay, so click on next. So here's the progress, and it is all done, and we will close this. So now you see ADR2, which is Windows 1903 and later. So, and also if you click on deployment packages, you see that there's a test ADR2 package which we just created. Okay, so it is in progress at the moment, and you will see success soon. But this package at the moment doesn't have anything. If you right click and click on show members, you won't see anything in here. The reason being because we have to run the ADR to see that if it will get something. If we run this ADR and then ADR2, and then it will add updates to the deployment package, which is test ADR2 package. Alright, so now what we have two options. First option is to wait for the sync to occur, and then once the sync will occur, this ADR2 will run after the sync finishes. Or the second option is we can run it now. So I would prefer, it's just a lab environment, I would just run it straight away. So what I will do is on test ADR2, I will right click and I will run it now. So run now. So you have initiated an action, that's fine. Click OK, and then so in the deployment packages we will see that in test ADR2 we will have more members. Okay, so there you go, we can start seeing some members here. So this is the first member which has came up, and also if we click on software update groups, we will see a new group here which will be test ADR2 group. Okay, so we will wait for it, And in the meantime, we can have a look at the logs. So what are the logs which we should look for when we run automatic deployment rule, or when automatic deployment rule runs by itself? So to check logs, let's go to File Explorer, and we will browse to the root directory of a configuration manager, which is local disk C, and then program files, and we have Microsoft Configuration Manager. Open that, and in here we have logs. So open logs. In here we have rule engine.log. Okay, so open that log. So we have some information here. Let's have a look. Okay, so I looked into the log. It's saying updating package tech 00012. Okay, so this is the package where it is adding the content. So let's have a look at the package for ADR2. So deployment packages, and we have test ADR2 package, which is tech 00012. So you can see that it has added the content to TEK 00012. So that that log, actually rule engine.log, is very important log for the automatic deployment rules. So now let's check if we have a software update groups. So in software update groups, we can see that we have test ADR2, which is available. So the compliant, it shows 0. So now we can check deployment. So in the details pane here, just go to deployment, and we can see that it is deployed to TechNext computers. So what I will do is now I will turn on PC-02, which is here, PC-02. I have installed Windows 10 1903, and it does not have any updates. So let's see if we can see any updates in Software Center on PC-02. So I will log on to this one now. Okay, so I've logged on to PC-02 and I fired up Software Center. At the moment, I do not see any updates. So what I will do is I will force PC-02 to check software updates. So to do that, I will go to Control Panel and open Configuration Manager. So in Configuration Manager, I will go to Actions, and I will run Software Updates to Deployment Evaluation and Software Update Scan Cycle. Okay. And on the client, which is PC-02, we can check a log which will tell us if it actually found any updates or not. So what we will do is, let's just minimize Software Center for now, and we will open File Explorer. We will go to this PC and Windows in the Windows folder. So we will open SCCM folder, and in here we have a logs folder. So here we have all the logs for the Software Center client. So we will look for updates deployment log, so which is here, updates deployment. Let's just open that, and here we will see that if it has found any updates for this operating system or not. So currently we can see that it couldn't find any updates. It says total actionable updates 0. So what we will do is we can force it one more time, and then maybe we will give it more time to realize that there are updates available. Okay, so let's go to Actions again, and then we will run Software Update Deployment Evaluation and Scan Cycle. We should see that it should have triggered that we are evaluating updates. Okay, so at the moment it couldn't find anything. So what I will do, I will keep an eye on this, and then let's see how long it takes to realize that there are updates available, and it will download all these updates from our SCCM server. Okay, so it took about like 10-15 minutes, and the log tells us that it has actually picked up some updates. So it is updates deployment log. So we can see that before it shows that there's no update available and total actionable update 0, but then afterwards it figured out like there are updates available. So now if we go to our Software Center, we can see that it has picked up all these updates for that Windows 10 1903, and it is downloading and installing all these updates. Okay, so so this is how the ADRs operate. So this is just an example ADR. So you can create your own ADRs, and also you can it depends on the what type of environment, production environment you have, what type of end clients you have, and you can create your own ADRs which will suit your needs. In this video, we had a look at how we can deploy software updates with the help of ADRs, automatic deployment rules. If you feel like this video was informative, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also show your support by subscribing to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the latest updates as well. I will see you in the next video.